Hi Virgo, this is your March 24th through the 30th weekly tarot reading. We'll have 5 separate spreads in this weekly reading. In the first spread, we'll be looking at new love entering your life. Spread number 2 is for those of you who are already in a relationship or married. In the third spread, we'll see if anybody wants to get back together with you. After that, in spread number 4, we'll talk about your work, your business, and your finances. And the fifth, the final spread, will be what you're not expecting to happen this week. Please like, comment, and subscribe to support this channel. This first spread is a new love this week, Virgo. We have the Three of Cups clarified by the Six of Swords. We also have the Ace of Swords clarified by the King of Swords. We have the Six of Wands. In the potential outcome, we have the Hierophant with the Four of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. And we have the Six of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We also have Taurus on the table. You know what it looks like, Virgo? It looks like a done deal between you and this King of Swords in terms of you guys are getting married. In case you didn't know, yeah, I'm a little surprised to see this. Perhaps this King of Swords is somebody you're already talking to. Maybe you've been getting to know this person up until this point. If it is a brand new person entering your life, it'll be like crystal clear, even obvious to both of you that the two of you should get married. You don't have to if you don't want to, but you know, every single card in the potential outcome is a marriage card. Every single one of them. Every single one of them. Okay? Yeah, you're dealing with this King of Swords, clarifying the Ace of Swords. And it kind of makes sense that the King of Swords is clarifying the Ace of Swords, because you see how the King of Swords is holding up a sword? That's exactly the sword I think we're looking at in the Ace of Swords. Right? So the King of Swords could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or somebody with some major air placements in their chart. If they're not an air sign, it could be somebody who is like very intelligent, somebody who is like a lawyer or a doctor. They could be working in like government or law enforcement, you know, someone like that. And the Ace of Swords is a card of clarity, right? The Ace of Swords is a word yes. The Ace of Swords is a card of like having... being transparent. I refer to the Ace of Swords as the no BS ace. It's a card of like a very direct, very straightforward conversation, right? It starts with the Three of Cups clarified by the Six of Swords. I think you're going to meet this person or met this person at some kind of a party, if some kind of an event or a reunion for some of you. The Three of Cups is that event or a reunion. It could be absolutely any type of an event. Someone's birthday. It could be some kind of a party gathering, concert, game show, what have you. The Six of Swords, clarifying that, is a card of going to that party. For some of you, this King of Swords could invite you to go there, or if you're going by yourself, you could be meeting this person at that party or event or what have you, or whatever that Three of Cups is. All right, and it's going to become obvious from that point on that the two of you are like match, vibe on the same level. Right, that's when that Ace of Swords plays out, right after that, or at that party. They may invite you to go on a date. Like if you meet this person at some kind of an event or a party, they may invite you to go on a date on a later day, maybe the same day, I don't know. But yeah, that's what it kind of feels like. The Six of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, it's a card of equal give and take, it's a card of balance, and my favorite way to interpret the Six of Pentacles is a card of generosity. So this is a very generous person, and not only when it comes to money, right? This person is going to be very generous when it comes to emotions, time, and all that good stuff. In the middle we have the Six of Wands. Back in the day, the Six of Wands used to be called the proposal card. Alright, so you see, we're getting closer to those 3 marriage cards and the potential outcome. The Six of Wands is also a card of attention, so they're going to definitely pay a lot of attention to you. It's a card of victory and success. It could be you feeling this way, like you've scored, jackpot. Yeah, this King of Swords is exactly what I always wanted. Right? And yeah, going back to that potential outcome, 3 marriage cards. 3. Every single one of them, right? The Hierophant is also a Taurus major arcana card. But the Hierophant is a card of tradition. It is a card of something formal, official. It's a card of education, religion, spirituality, and most importantly, it is a card of marriage. And the same can be said about the other 2 cards, the Four of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. It's like the message is crystal clear in this reading, Virgo. This could definitely be the one you marry. Definitely. All right? That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. I know it's a short reading, but there isn't much else for me to say. So be on the lookout of some kind of an event. You could have already met this person on some kind of an event, and it's a direct path to marriage from that point on. All right, really happy for you, Virgo. Congratulations. If you are already married or in a relationship, Virgo, this spread is for you. We have the Six of Swords clarified by the Seven of Cups. We have the Chariot, the Two of Pentacles clarified by the Two of Wands, and we have the Page of Cups on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a Cancer or any zodiac sign. This spread is full of options and choices. It starts with some kind of an option or choices, and it ends with more options and choices, right? At the same time, there's either a trip coming up or somebody's traveling, not necessarily you, or maybe you are trying to buy a new vehicle, a new car. So let me elaborate. So Six of Swords and the Chariot, right? Those two cards could definitely be interpreted as cards of literally going somewhere. Could be you going somewhere, could be somebody coming to see you or what have you. The Chariot is also a card of just transportation in general, vehicle, right? But the thing is, the Six of Swords is actually clarified by the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is a card of a multiple choice, options, choices, right? And on the other end, on the other side of the reading, towards the end of it, at the end of it, as a matter of fact, we have the Two of Pentacles clarified by the Two of Wands. So you will still be facing some kind of a choice at the end. So for some of you, you could be going on a vacation, right? So with the Seven of Cups, you could be looking at like vacation destinations, and then you'll pick one and you're going to go. And when you arrive, you will have options, right? Even though I'm a little surprised. If I know my Virgos correctly, then Virgos usually plan things ahead, everything. So a Virgo would usually plan a trip, and then they will also plan like activities at that vacation destination. And I'm saying it with love, because Virgos are the best when it comes to planning and strategy, right? But with the Two of Pentacles and the Two of Wands, perhaps when you arrive there, there's going to be like more options, and you're going to be like, what else can we do? Where else can we go? Something like that. All right? Cool. Let's see if anybody comes back from the past for you, Virgo, this week. Keep in mind, it doesn't have to be the most recent ex. We have the Eight of Wands, the Seven of Wands clarified by the Ten of Swords. We have the King of Wands clarified by the Devil. And we also have the Page of Wands on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We also have Capricorn. I don't know if any of you watched the original Star Wars, but at some point, I forget what chapter it was, but one of the aliens, I guess, says it's a trap. It's a trap, right? And that's what it is, Virgo. When this King of Wands shows up and they message you and they reach out to you, it's a trap. Okay, the Page of Wands on the bottom of the deck is a message, right? An email, a phone call, text, what have you. It's coming from this King of Wands clarified by the Devil. So the King of Wands could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The Devil is a Capricorn major arcana card. At the same time, the Devil is a card of somebody who knows what to say and what they do and what to do to get somebody interested, to lure somebody back in. Hence, this being a trap. All right, but the Seven of Wands clarified by the Ten of Swords in the middle kind of tells me that you know what kind of person you're dealing with. So with those two cards, I think you're gonna shut them down. Okay, I think you're gonna shut them down. The Eight of Wands, the first card that came out, is a card of going on a trip, or it's simply a card of more communication, similar to the Page of Wands. So be careful. Be careful when it comes to this King of Wands. All right, because it is a trap. All right, cool. Let's talk about your work, your business, and your finances, Virgo, this week. We have Death, clarified by the Five of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, clarified by the Two of Cups, and we also have the Nine of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a Scorpio or absolutely any zodiac sign. Well, this reading will be applicable to you if your financial situation could improve from the way it is right now. Because this this spread is about exactly what I just said. It's a card of your financial situation improving. Okay? For some of you, like drastically improving. And you will have a reason to celebrate. right? We have death clarified by the Five of Pentacles. Death is a card of an ending, transformation. And as I was clarifying the death card, I simply asked, well, what's coming to an end? And the Five of Pentacles showed up. The Five of Pentacles is a card of not having enough money, being unemployed, or, perhaps your current job sucks, and you feel left out in the cold, or something along those lines. So that's what's coming. Whatever the Five of Pentacles means in your case, that's coming to an end. And you're transitioning to the Nine of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. It is a card of somebody who is doing very well financially, right? The Page of Pentacles in the middle. It could be paperwork, it could be money coming in, it could be maybe a structured payment, and that's just one of the payments coming in. It could be a job offer with something, right? And at the end we have the Three of Cups clarified by the Two of Cups. Three of Cups is a card of a celebration. The Two of Cups clarifying that. More celebration, and it's also a card of like a handshake. So you could be shaking hands with somebody and celebrating, or closing a deal, or getting a job and shaking hands at the end of that job interview when you accept that job, or you could be promoted, what have you. Right? The moral of this story, Virgo, is your financial situation is improving. All right? Cool. Let's see what you're not expecting to happen this week, Virgo. We have the Page of Wands clarified by the Queen of Swords. We have the King of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, and we also have the Eight of Wands on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We also have Earth, Taurus, another Virgo, Capricorn. So here's the deal, Virgo. For most of you, you're the King of Pentacles here. I'm probably connecting with the male or masculine Virgo. And what you're not expecting is you're going to be in the center of attention. And at least one of the people who is going to be trying to get your attention is this Queen of Swords. You could just be dealing with one person, just that one Queen of Swords. And if that's the case, they will try to get your attention. Like, they will be all over you. In case you didn't know. Right? So yeah, the Queen of Swords is clarifying the Page of Wands, right? So the Queen of Swords could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. The Page of Wands is a card of a message or messages. The Page of Cups to the right from the King of Pentacles. That Page of Cups could be coming from that same person, from that Queen of Swords. Or it could be coming from another person. I did not clarify the Page of Cups. Let it be a surprise for you, Virgo. Let it be a surprise. But if you're dealing with more than one person, the Queen of Swords is definitely one of them. Whenever two or more pages show up in a reading, I always bring up children. So maybe it has to do with children, right? Yeah, pages could be kids. It could be like maybe the Page of Wands could be an Aries child, and we're celebrating Aries birthday season. We're in the middle of an Aries birthday season right now, right? So you could be invited to a child's birthday party. Perhaps you also have a child or kids. All right. The Eight of Wands on the bottom of the deck could be a card of travel or communication or both. All right, Virgo, so that's what you're not expecting, and that's what I have for you for this reading, for this week. If this video resonates with you, please like it. Please also comment and subscribe, and other than that, Virgo, have an amazing week.